gonna be cool because you're not really gonna have any biases, but like it's just gonna be like a good old fashioned clean fight.
Yeah. And we're off with different routes. Xyrak deciding to start at the Sanctuary, getting his 50 rupees. He knows he can't get bombs, so he's going to Kakariko. Whereas Feral is deciding to do, I think, I don't want to call it the standard opening now, but I see most players do this. Like check Uncle first.
I think it's kind of like a safe bet. You know, you kind of go here, you get a tree pull, and then you get some of the most overlooked locations in Escape out of the way, so you don't have to worry about them anymore.
I see the tree pull being small magic. And so far I've only seen rupees. Let's see, the lumberjack check shows 10 arrows, and we have a glove on FeralPigMan stream next to the uncle.
That's really good. Really early glove. That can open up Dark World really early in this seed.
Yeah, and additionally, if you have no weapon, there's a couple of stones here and there that you could potentially use to kill enemies. Maybe we will see Feral go for one of the 4 tree pole, trying to get some bombs maybe from the tree pole, some more rupees, we'll see. We find a small sheet in the forest as well. It's always nice to have.
The glove is also really good as well because it would allow FeralPigMan to check the back end of Escape without having to go through. Not essentially a sequence break anymore because the lamp could be there. And the crab just has hearts.
Yep. To get a mail upgrade as well, so our runners are well protected going through this run.
I do like how the Moogle's nose changes with the mail that you have.
Yeah.
So you start off with like a little green nose and kind of like then you get a little blue nose, and then right after that you get like the classic red nose.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice touch for sure.
With all these different sprites, it does become a little bit difficult sometimes to kind of find the right palette with which mail the character is wearing to give you that kind of information.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I probably haven't even seen all sprites yet. So like, It's really hard to keep track of mail upgrades in some sprites. That's for sure.
So we saw Xyrak stealing $20 from behind the bar and buying some bombs.
Yep.
So we're gonna get some Kakariko information here, whereas FeralPigMan is on his way, still checking those rupee pulls, and then just gets the arrows. So, what was it? Rupees, small magic, and 10 arrows?
No, we only saw the magic and the arrows actually. The rupees.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know if Feral got hit or not. If he didn't get hit, that's the tier 2 pull. The arrows. Didn't see the tier 3.
Gotcha. Well, it looks like FeralPigMan found himself a bomb, so it doesn't need to go down to the buy to check this first location.
Very nice. Another nice little thing about that is some rocks have like bombs at a certain rate under them. So yeah, he got lucky there and got one. It's very nice.
Yeah, I think that it has a higher chance of the payoff for bombs underneath rocks versus grass. I mean, we know about those ones that kind of produce it early on in the sea underneath the haunted grove, but what are we seeing here? We're seeing some 300 rupees behind Blind's house. We're seeing the cape and the lamp. Are you getting any ideas about this seed? Yeah.
Yeah. That is, I really don't like when I see that. Like, cape and lamp is just like, oh no, please don't. Ooh,
oh, wow. That's a great payoff.
Oh, man. Yeah, rarely seeing good deal on the bottom ender there.
I feel like that's what we're finally seeing the payoff of that. You know, all these racers are giving this guy $100 a pop, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna finally give some racers a little bit of gold here.
Now, noteworthy is that Feral did jump into the well, and he didn't have a bomb, so he has to come back there in order if he wants to get the cape. There we go. Getting the gold be sold.
That's so actually interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can sell the golden bee for 100. It's pretty cool. He's pretty much set. So you want to kind of have like you have Zora, you have the Palace of Darkness, and then potential bottle, like potions that you want to buy. So 700 is a really good number for Feral for the whole run. Like that's pretty much settling him in like for the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna want for anything. I think the maximum, or not the maximum, but like the bare minimum of what you need is like somewhere close to 700 to afford everything, including the big bomb, the various mini games that you play.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't see anything else. Let's just hope that Feral goes back for that cape if it's required.
I think he's going to. It looks like he's
Yeah.
riding himself back up. So we're gonna get some new information here on Xyrak's stream. Looks like he's heading towards the dam. Or is he just going? Oh, maybe he's just going straight for the mini Moldorm cave.
He's going to use that bee. Not a particularly bad idea. You can speed up the dam if you find, let's say, the hookshot or the mirror. I guess that's what he's banking on here. So like checking this first, and then maybe combining the dam with Agina potentially. That would not be the worst idea ever. Oh, and the bee. Not the bees! Oh yes. Very satisfying. Very satisfying.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's gonna have to leave his friend behind. He doesn't have a net to recapture him.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Interesting.
Debatable.
So, yeah, runners are not really getting anything that's great.
Starting to get that early Aghanim jitter right now.
Yeah, yeah. See, Feral is also going to have a bit of a harder time in the mini Moldorm cave because he will be having to utilize bombs. On that front, like Xyrakian has a definite advantage with his golden bee there.
Yeah, it just depends on where he goes. It looks like FeralPigMan is going to the back end of Escape.
That's right, he does have his gloves.
And powder from the Ice Rod Cave.
That's a very early powder.
Yeah, but no hammer. Are we going to see a hammer here in Escape? That leads to more location checks. Oh, there's a small key.
And the map.
Right.
Oh.
And he's going back.
Ooh, he does have the lamp, but like I said, he only has bombs, so he's got to bomb the rat.
Yeah, this is not a good setup here. Oh, good RNG.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Xyrak finding some bombs in the dam. Ooh.
Half magic. Wow, that's not bad.
Oh no. Depending on what we get, half magic is really favorable. Low health makes certain bosses a lot safer, especially with a cape in hand. That half magic is a really nice safety to have.
Definitely. Okay,
Ooh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
You don't see this too often. At least this early. Usually Aghanim is pretty late.
Yeah, he combined it with a dam, which is not a bad idea, really. You do save a bit of travel time that way. It's not too much, but yeah.
Just seeing a nice full hard container on that desert ledge. Alright, so with this checked, I'm suspecting a Sahasrahla and perhaps an Eastern check coming here from Xyrak.
Yeah, I guess Xyrak's plan right now is currently to hold off Escape until he hasn't checked Uncle yet, we know, so he wants to combine that with Escape if possible. I think that's what he's gunning for here, and that will probably mean Eastern, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably looking for another weapon to use in Escape.
Yep. I did see 2 crystals in Eastern and Desert on Feral stream. I didn't catch Hera.
Interesting, interesting. All right, here is... Oh no! One bomb down. All right, that's the first one. I think he's got this.
Yeah.
Ooh. And a return. Yeah, you got to go all the way down. You can't make that little gap from the top, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the key to throwing these bombs really is like to place them and then wait for a little bit. Right before they explode, you kind of, or like a bit before they explode, you want to release them, throw them next to the Moldorms, and then usually you'll hit them. But yeah, these guys can of course also troll you. Xyrak in the meantime picking up his glove, and he decides to go deeper. Interesting. Interesting.
Now without a weapon... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I think you were about to say the same as I would have wanted to say. He's going to have to use bombs.
Oh, yeah. But I was also going to ask is, without a weapon like a sword and stuff like that, if you have the lamp this early, would you go to the dark room first and then take a death warp to go check this area? Because we've seen the sword there a few times.
That's right, yeah. I would have probably saved and quit and done the back first. He did get his glove, so... Tough to say. Sometimes you just gotta decide in the spur of the moment, really.
Alright, Hobo's got a 10 bomb capacity upgrade, and FeralPigman getting the other fake flippers right there off of the Hobo ledge. Very nice. That one's not as easy. Oh, nice. Ooh, almost getting the double tap on that bomb for that guard. That would have saved Xyrak a bomb. Oh. Gotta get the ledge. There you go. Yeah, the safer and quicker route is to go up. Go up and around, but that crab is a constant caution. They move so erratically, but they only move in like cardinal directions. So it's one of those situations where you look at it and you're like, okay, are you gonna go up or are you gonna go down?
Escape has nothing, so yeah, Eastern is calling.
Yeah. Or this could be a big play for FeralPigman here. We can get something really good from Zora.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah. Xyrak is of course checking the back now.
Now that would have been interesting if he would have gotten the Moon Pearl from Zora. With that in mind, would you have like saved and quit and gone back and done fake flippers again so that way you could check the waterfall cave, or would you just kind of like maneuver your way up to like Death Mountain?
At that point, I don't think I would have done the fake flipper at that point anymore, because like I've already invested all this time into it. You would have to walk all the way around. No. Rather Death Mountain or Eastern would have been my play, I guess.
Let me see Xyrak doing the same thing that FeralPigman did, entering for the final chest and escape from the back end. And then here is the Sahasrahla play. So FeralPigman's going to be giving us some new information in this seed now. A little bit low on bombs though. Not sure if he's going to want to go into Eastern at all. Oh, he accidentally picked up his bomb. Oh, that's good value.
Yep, Death Mountain is calling. We got the hook shot in Sahasrahla side,
But
which
like
makes Death
Xyrak.
Mountain really attractive. Oh, He's getting
As I was gonna say, yeah, Xyrak is getting that Death Mountain call, but yeah, just one more location away, one more location check away. Not too bad, but
yeah. It's not
I mean,
too bad because, yeah, the save and quit point is right there with the old man, so that's fine.
Yeah. And he really can't do too much. So after this, if old man doesn't give him anything useful, then yeah, he's gonna head over this way.
Ooh, Ether. Intriguing.
I kind of like that because the ether tablet is also here on this mountain. Kind of as if the old man is like, "Here, I did the work for you."
I pulled it early, I'm sorry. Oh, you got the cane of Berna on the ledge there. And the
Love in a
Harpkin
cave.
Yeah.
Berna's love cave. I don't know. I was just shooting. Aha, here we go.
It's going to be interesting to see if Xyrakian will actually enter Eastern, because if you get that hookshot and you have that save and quit point, you're probably like, well, I should probably go there as soon as I can.
You know, I would do the same thing. Oh no, he threw the pot out the door.
All part of the plan, so the 8-bomb drop was in the door. He knew.
It's actually pretty cool. If you throw the pot in that room at the door, it still makes the "you killed a Skulltula" sound.
Xyrak is going to... He's thinking.
Oh,
he's thinking.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
Should I?
Yes, he's doing it.
I should. Okay.
I just like how he moved his character left and right as if he was pondering in game.
Yeah, it's tough to leave Eastern behind, especially since Eastern is a dungeon that is accessible as soon as you start the game, really. So the game has an easy time just putting an item in there. But with the hookshot, it's like, yeah, you have all these locations up on Death Mountain, and prioritizing them is not a bad play, I think.
No, not at all. The breadcrumbs, and he's already done all the work. Oh!
Well, never mind.
That's huge. I was about to say, it's like, so far Eastern has nothing, but yeah, I think we're thinking that same thing. We're like, oh, whatever, Eastern. No, Moon Pearl.
Yep. Oh, man.
Alright, so FeralPigMan is now 66% to get into the Dark World.
You know, I think, yeah, there's the sword, and
Yep,
that's probably going to be it, unfortunately.
Now, here's the unfortunate thing. Does Xyrak choose to go to Aghanim before checking out Eastern?
Well, I mean, he doesn't necessarily lose a lot of time with that, honestly. Like, it's a bit unfortunate, but he should realize that Eastern would be his play after that.
Yeah, I can't help but think, like, you know, certain gambles in a player's mind.
It's like Bombos and the silver arrows that we got here, so that's very good.
I love to see early medallions.
Yeah, we have 66% done. So obviously, both Meyer and Todorok will quite Quake. Duh.
Oh, absolutely. You can't just give your runners the medallions so close into the seed and then just like, oh yeah, but they also open up the dungeons that you like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bombos is just to get into Ice Palace without the Fire Rod, and fight it with Fighter Sword, of course, and yeah. I mean, that's that, really. Ooh, nice bomb drop there. He needed some, too.
Alright, this is the last location in Death Mountain that we have to check. Or, well, that can be checked, I should say. Oh, that's nice.
That's an important one, yeah. That's an important one. Now, will he make the gamble? As he said, again.
Go to Sahasrara. Or no, go to Eastern. He's going to Eastern.
Okay, yeah. Most runners, especially in tournament races, are being cautious. Like, they don't want to miss out on a potential, just like, flaking Aga, and then, like, especially without the Moon Pearl, it's very risky. Because without the Moon Pearl, you might end up losing 3 minutes for nothing. Whereas, if you do have the Moon Pearl, there's a chance that you are early in the Dark World and you can get something done, So, like, it might not necessarily turn out as a time waste per se, but
Oh yeah. They have the lift upgrade, they have the hook shot, they can explore the majority of Dark World. The mirror really makes it like the most optimal. But I think right now where our runners are sitting is at the beginning we saw in like this tournament of like the Swiss, like, with like your first round, whether you win or lose, like it only makes it more advantageous for you to win. We've seen just some really crazy gambles, and then of course along with it are horror stories. But like now that we're midway through the Swiss group, we have people that are walking out of here with like 3-0s, 2-1s, 1-2s, and 0-3s. Players are being a little bit more cautious. They're checking everything they can before they make these big gambles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, FeralPigman's going to be heading to Aghanim soon.
Yep, I can't remember. He must have... Maybe he has 1 or 2 locations. I think Agana is the one that he has left. To check.
Yeah, he didn't go over to Desert at all.
But...
So that's really the only time save that FeralPigman has on his side. That's why it looks like he's so like a little bit ahead, but it's really only a time advantage and not really a lead.
Mm-hmm. Now here's an interesting thing though. He does have the Moon Pearl and the gloves, and now all of a sudden, you asked me earlier, would you fake Flipper? Right now, I would say I would reconsider, because I mean, I am still close to Dark Worlds. I mean, I basically know, okay, it's Aga 1, but maybe this waterfall cave will save me. Maybe there's a sequence break in there. Maybe Mitts or Hammer. But even if I'm just looking at something like the Fire Rod or the Bow or, I don't know, Boots maybe, that would already help me immensely. And I think Feral might be deciding to do that here. Those weaponry, that weaponry that I just listed can help you out immensely in Aghanim's Tower, like saving you time, killing things you have to kill, so...
Yeah. So if the waterfall cave is something like the hammer or something that just allows him to completely cheat Aga 1, then that could be all the difference that FeralPigman needs to get into that Dark World sooner.
Yep. Oh, he's checking Ice Cave as well. That's right. He didn't get his powder yet. No.
Oh, that's right. It's another bottle.
No, it's the powder. The powder, nice.
Huh. Well then, where did Xyrak get a bottle that FeralPigman did not?
He could have done the race blind. The race had a bottle.
But
I don't remember. I didn't see him actually do the race, but that might have been what he has done. Now Xyrak is again the Moogle. He's thinking, well, what should I do now? Alright, he's probably going to try and sequence break into the waterfall here. He hasn't done Zora yet either, so he still has that open. So it works out a little bit better for Xyrakian here, and I think they will high-five each other at the very end here. Like, yeah, they are moving towards each other. Come to me, Pug! I want to give you a hug! No, don't run away! No!
He's just barely gonna miss him. Alrighty. All depends on what we got here.
Yep.
Ooh, Xyrak also didn't do the hobo.
Yep. He still has that all out. There are the boots!
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's going straight to Aga. Yeah, he doesn't even care about Zora.
Oh!
Which is weird because I would still check Zora. Even with the boots, you can just run across the water.
That is crazy! Wow.
Sorry, I forgot about this location. But yeah, outside of this one, because there's no way he's going. Oh, he doesn't have enough for Zora.
He already did Zora actually.
He
just
did?
just a heart piece, yeah.
My bad. I got the screens confused.
Okay, but this is really good for both runners. I assume Xyrak will also get his boots. They still have to do Aga now, unfortunately, but with the boots, it's a little faster. So, and you would want those anyway, so that's really, really good.
Xyrak needs to go into Eastern to get that Moon Pearl.
I think he did. I think he did.
He did?
Yep, he did.
Oh, he must have. Okay. My goodness.
They have two different routes.
Apparently my short-term memory is failing me at this moment.
Yeah, it's like kind of like, yeah, you see the Smoogle and the pug and you just think cute, you know? And then
yeah, the cute one on the left did the same thing the cute one on the right did, right?
yeah. Alright. But yeah, Xyrak is going to check Zora. Feral's going to check Aga. I think Feral has a bit of a lead going into Aga after this. I think he will... This is his last location. While Xyrak is probably still checking the Bonk Rocks afterwards.
Oh, when I heard that damage, I thought that Xyrak was still walking on the water. Alright, so FeralPigMan here. Yeah, outside of the boots are really what are helping FeralPigMan look in the lead. Just because the desert check was that much faster for Feral.
Yep. That's the payoff right there. I mean, you can't expect that, obviously, but that worked out in Feral's favor, for sure. What? Oh, Feral didn't check escape yet! And, now this is smart. Like, he re-entered at the top there to set up a death warp in case it is Aga, so he spawns at the top.
But Xyrak already did that.
Interesting play there. There's the other bottle, by the way.
Gotcha. Okay, so it was an escape.
So Xyrak in total here, a bit more efficient, I guess, because Feral still has to do this. I completely forgot about this. That's a very nice way to set up the Death Warp, though. Like, go in and out, and then do the escape part. I like that.
Yeah, we get all kinds of different like routing differentials and like preferences and stuff like that for these Death Warp positions.
Yep. Now, the bad news for the runners is, well, it's really nice to have the boots. Yeah, Xyrak is actually using bombos, which I don't blame him for. They only have the fighter sword. That's it.
Yeah. And then somebody in chat was asking about the water walk glitch. How that works is that when you exit that cave, it's running a check for two items. It's checking for flippers or moon pearl. And if you have either one of those items, you're either going to swim or you're going to walk.
Alright, so Feral set up his Death Warp here.
It's actually pretty interesting. I think we've seen a piece of heart be in there, and somebody try to set up their Death Warp, and then they end up getting their fourth piece of heart there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Another good one is when the mirror is in there. That's also a good one when you're like, okay, my Death Warp is ready, and then boom. Oh.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, Feral with the same idea using bombos here.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys are probably the worst in here with the fighter sword. Just because they move so fast, they gain on you. And you want to set up a sword spin, but, you know, they don't give you much room to do so.
Yep. I would honestly probably just use bombos as well here in these rooms. Like, I don't know. I'm too bad.
Yeah, I don't think that it really I think it would be about the same amount of time, regardless if you use the bombos or not. Although with the circle of pots room, 2 pots just defeats those enemies.
Mm-hmm. Alright, friends in chat. Now we do know that the blue balls are seeded for all of our seeds that we have here, but how many do you think Aghanim will give our runners here? Personally, I always like to see 15, but yeah.
You are a monster, sir.
I just want to see it live.
You're just like, just once, please. Like, I'm sorry, these are my friends, but 15.
15, one time. I mean, you can't even be mad at it because you know the other runner's gonna have it too. So, like, yeah.
Alright, well then I'm gonna go high too. I'm gonna say... Let's go 11.
11, oh. Alright, so Aga 1, he will always shoot a energy ball on the first cycle, and then there is one. There's a 50-50 chance for him to give you either another energy ball or a blue ball, which is basically a whiff, for the following 3 cycles, and then we have 1 cycle of lightning, and rinse repeat. Which is why you have this guaranteed ball at the start, which is why 15 blue balls is the max here. Oh. Feral? Okay.
He just kind of pushed himself through that guard.
I think we're at 3, right? Yeah. Yep.
He's gotten a couple of them.
3 is the average, actually. Like, the highest percentage number is 3, I believe. I know that it, like, that there's math behind that, but no math, please. I don't know.
Alright, 32 minutes, and basically right at the top of 32 minutes is right when Xyrak got that sword up.
Alright. Okay.
Pendant TR, Green Pendant Swamp Palace, and 5 and 6 are at Ice Palace and Thieves Town, so no hammer there. And no Titanment there. But pretty much anything else could be there at the double-chested fairy. So could this be an Aga 1 double-chested fairy seed? Ooh.
Nice clip.
I know, right? I was about to say, it's like Xyrak needs to be careful there.
Yeah. We hopefully don't have to find the ice rod because the rock is spinning. That's a very good one. I always like to see that one item off the list, basically. But yeah.
Yeah, but our runners are still gonna have to search for that flute, though. Misery Mire is on the menu tonight.
One interesting thing is that Swamp Palace being a pendant means that there's no, like, hard required necessity for the mirror, so... That's always something that worries me personally, because the mirror is an item that generally tends to unlock a lot of item locations, but with Swamp being a pendant, it might not be required at all.
Interesting. So we could see a mirrorless seed?
Potentially.
It's been a while since I've seen one of those.
Feral deciding to skip over Catfish. Now we know that it's only heart piece, but that's a bold move, especially since you are right there with boots.
I mean, I don't blame him. I would want to go for the highest item density.
That is true on the one hand. On the other hand, what if the Catfish spits out the hammer? Just like you lose the race, GG.
Well, we shall see if he routes his way back here.
It's kind of tough to route back to Catfish, but yeah, maybe.
Oh, he's going for Skullwoods first.
Alright, interesting. But Skullwoods is no pendant, so how can there an item be there? I don't understand.
We're seeing the same play from Xyrak as well.
Ah.
Both of our players seeing this dungeon open to the opportunity.
Yep. I think what pulls them here before Thieves Town right now is that they do not have the hammer. So like you have this one chest in Thieves Town that you need the hammer for, and I think that's why they are prioritizing this right now.
I kind of want to see Fire Rod show up somewhere in Thieves Town. We got the flippers, so there we go.
Huh.
So
now we know what they sequence broke the boots that way, so that's an interesting item find here.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So Skull Woods would have led to boots naturally.
Huh. Interesting.
That's always good though to see the item that you use to sequence break. So it kind of takes that out of the equation that like that sequence break could be rather huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the sequence break item was the boots. I mean if it was something more significant, well boots are pretty significant. Sorry, some that like opened up a lot more like the hammer. That could have been a huge sequence break.
Yeah, I mean, boots are not that significant in the sense that at maximum it opens up 4 item locations in total. So, and desert could be boot lock, but that's about it. Whereas the hammer would unlock the world, basically.
Yeah.
So
the hammer is the key to the world.
That's like the significance right there. Yeah, but boots are of course really, really nice for travel. Like, I mean, there's no better item to like do your location checks with than with the boots, obviously. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, both runners are kind of in the same place now, doing the same things, but that's mainly because they are kind of restricted at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like both of our runners are choosing to check out all the locations here before entering Thieves Town. Don't blame them. We've seen a couple of runners that have gone to the Thieves Town immediately, and then the checks like C-shaped house afterwards, and boom, there's the hammer.
Uh-huh. Now, interesting to see is whether they decide to do the rest of the lower Dark World before they might go back here. It's a long way, so that would be a pretty huge gamble, but there is also Hype Cave.
Yeah, I mean, Thieves Town is a pendant, but it looks like FeralPigMan is choosing to go there as well as, alright, so simultaneous dungeon choices. Both of our runners kind of feeling, I'm in this area, we're gonna do some dungeon checks. Definitely a V26 kind of mentality.
It's not a pendant, yes. It's a very important crystal.
Oh, that's right, my bad.
The 6er, I think.
Once again, short-term memory failing me today.
You want Thieves Town to be a pendant because then it pays out. That's what you had in mind, I think.
Yes, we'll go with that. Omegas with the support. Alright.
Okay, two chests already here, 2 items, which were Heart Piece and a Red Rupee, so... that is, in a sense, not good for our runners. They know that the chance for the big chest right now is pretty real. We'll have to see how that works out for them. Ooh, Xyrak has to be careful.
Yeah, blue mail's nice, but isn't the enemies still do a lot of damage here?
Yeah. Especially the Crocs. The Crocs are very, very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has powder, but on the other hand, sometimes you run through this game and you're like, oh no, I died, and then you look at you and, oh yeah, I had powder, damn. And I think Xyrak Xyrak kind of forgetting about, use your... Powder! He forgets about it, no!
Oh, luckily that enemy was bugged there.
So close!
The enemy bugged on that pixel cannot move. So Xyrak had a really nice pathway throughout the Hellway. Got some trouble from the enemies, but yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
That fire snake was so close.
Anxiety away.
Alright, so unfortunately for the runners, I think we found either the map or the compass here. I just, like, my brain just tells me...
Yeah, the compass was right here.
Yeah, alright, there we go. So... Only the map as a not useful item is left.
Yeah.
Or
See, with a
dungeon.
small key in hand, there could be an item next to the maiden.
Yep.
Which is good news, because that means that is a possibility to put the map in the big chest. Let's see what FeralPigMan finds. Oh, there's an item? Alright. So if Blind has an item, be everything.
Yep, that would be nice for the runners. Stop trolling, Croc. See, Feral did get a significant lead here, actually, in the dungeon. They entered simultaneously, but Xyrak, with the trouble with his hearts, getting hit by everything, because everything just hates it. Oh, that guy is shooting from the back.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That is the absolute worst, and he won't stop.
Yeah, no, he shoots like directly in the middle every time. Oh man, Xyrak is having a tough time here, but manages to get that bunny beam. And FeralPigMan, with a nice clean blind fight, gets the last item, so nothing else is in here.
Nice. Alright, so the runners don't have